Good evening and welcome to Once Upon a Time in the Old World. Today's session is Season 2, Episode 7. And I'm with my gaggle of ganging friends who are joining me in a bit of a ruckus tonight, I believe. Roger?
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Johan von Erfinder, the human engineer, and I've completely forgotten what I spent my XP on a week ago.
Hey, I'm Aaron, and I'm playing the human knight, Hagen Ritter von Delbers of the Cult of Ulrich, and I spent some experience working on my class skills last time.
Hey up, boy gum. It'd be me, Mordek, played by Dan. And I too have probably had one too many blows to the head because I can't remember what I spent my XP on either.
Hi, I'm Colin. I'm playing Colin Redemacher, human warrior priest of Ulrich. And I spent my XP on some class skills that I'm not going to use. But, you know, and I'm now saving up for read and write. So I'm getting very close to the end of the first rank of warrior priest, actually.
Excellent.
Evening all, I'm Dan, your friendly, happy elf, Ilmarin, who, when we last left him, is very wounded and, you know, could die any moment. I'm sure much to Roger's happiness. And I don't remember
That's mine,
having
not
XP.
Johan's.
Yes, Roger personally, not Johan. Johan loves Ilmarin. I can't remember getting XP, let alone spending it. So there you go.
Yeah, so last week, if you were with us, you'll know that the party went treasure hunting for some stolen gear and found it in an old temple of what they believe was it's a Temple of Cain. They got into a fight with a high priest. Ilmarin duelled him to the death, nearly took him down actually, but just failed right at the end. And considering that Ilmarin is an envoy, I believe, yeah, absolutely fantastic fight by the elf. But he just failed at the end, and then I believe Johan shot him. Not Ilmarin, the priest, and they dealt with a couple of ogres as well before they got hold of the goods. They got hold of the goods and they left, and they went, as they were moving out, through underneath the sewers. They entered what was a huge cavern, and there was some skittering, and a weird voice shouted from across the room. I can't remember what it was now, but it was some insult or something, asking who they were.
I believe it was leave the warpstone and you can leave with your lives or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that coherent, but that was the sentiment.
Yes.
Leave, run, yes.
Something more like that.
That was very good.
No,
that was spot on.
The voiceover for this cave, and I'll message you the lines that you've got to say. Do that. Right.
When Ilmarin dies, he can we'll reskin the gnome as a Skaven, and he can play a Skaven.
Excellent.
And watch as the dwarf brutally murders it.
It may be a short-lived character.
So those of you that have got dark vision can see a number of figures moving quite a way away. This cavern is huge, and that's what it does seem like. It doesn't look human-made, this part of the underground. It looks natural. And as you were standing there, some torches get brought in from the other side and sort of light up a little bit of the area. And you can see roughly about 12 Skaven on the other side.
I believe you mean rat-like beastmen.
Rat-like beastmen. Beastmen with rats' faces, tails, bodies, and legs. But yeah, there's a couple of three, maybe four of them with what looks like blunderbusses, But the rest, I mean, they all seem quite armoured, and the rest have got like two-handed weapons as well. But they're just standing there. They're not looking too aggressive. And there looks to be somewhat like he's dressed a little bit differently. He looks leaderish. He's a little bit bigger. He looks a little bit muscular. And yeah, the sort of cave dimly lights up with enough sort of light to see what's going on. It is a huge cave. You're probably talking about 100 feet to them. And from what you can see in the middle is a big sort of fissure. It's a big sort of hole in the ground that goes all the way through the cave, and it looks like there's a bridge over the middle of it. And it looks it's a rope bridge. It looks a little bit rickety, but yeah, that's where you sort of are.
Quickly to the bridge of Kazakh Doom. Oh, sorry, wrong bit.
Johan, I think with Elmar and Herd as bad as he is, perhaps we should just back out of here if we're going to have to face these things.
Speak.
And find a choke point.
Exactly.
I'll say quietly to Hagen.
This doorway? We've literally just opened the door, I think.
That's what I mean. Let's
speak.
Back through the doorway.
Hagen just slowly starts backing up.
If you're still looking over the cave, you see like a human figure dressed in armour come out. And he has plate armour. It looks dark in colour. Looks probably like from what you can see, maybe black, maybe gunmetal. It's a dark metal armour, but it is quite elaborate, but full armour. And he is carrying a sort of big two-handed sword, and on the end of it, he has a white piece of cloth, and he's waving it.
Yeah, they want
parlay.
What would you say to us?
He's walking towards where the bridge is.
Okay.
Is he with the Skaven?
They're staying where they are.
But is he like come from their side?
Yeah, he walked through like an entrance on the other side of the cave.
Yeah, I have no idea either, Dan.
Hagen does not approach the bridge. If you wish to speak, come to us.
I am not that foolish.
You come under a white flag. Unless you break the parlay, you will be allowed to leave unharmed. I'm a knight of Ulrich. My honor is unimpeachable.
You give your word.
You have my word. As long as you do not attack, or your beastmen do not attack, you will be able to state your business and return.
Skaven. Skaven.
Oh, Skaven.
Mordek, the humans don't
Blooming manlings.
I'm beginning to come around to your way of thinking.
He strides across the bridge.
Mordek, watch the shadows.
The
literal shadows, or those two on
your side of the bridge. He waits for someone to approach him from there.
I mean, I'm technically the envoy. Does that mean I've got to go negotiate?
It's all right. We can hear them from here. It's fine.
My name.
Imran kind of steps a little bit further forward, like he's the front guy. He's going to do some talking because that's kind of his thing.
My name is Baron Rankle von Franzorn.
Okay, Baron, what are you doing down here with those? Pointing at the Skaven.
Oh, they work with me. We work together. We have an agreement.
You understand that they're not good, right?
Oh, I'm not good neither. I shan't go into that though. But I have information for you. We seem to have a enemy of the same type.
The Ebon Blade?
Indeed. I talk about Maglith himself.
Yeah. Who is Maglith? Do you know who Maglith is? We know he's a dark elf.
He is indeed a dark elf, an ancient dark elf. He wishes the extinction and the annihilation of the ruinous powers.
I mean, that's a fairly lofty goal. No one's achieved that as of yet.
And he blames humankind for spreading their word.
Kind of remember it. Not saying anything, but Carolyn is reminded of the number of times Ilmarin has complained about humans causing...
I mean, there's some truth to it.
My companions left those goods in that room for you. But they forgot to bring something back for me. Now I offer a trade. I offer you information on Maglith and his current plans in trade for the mace that you have.
Oh, yeah. Big scary mace. Let me go back and speak to the party because we were
How
told
far
to bring...
away was you from him, Ilmarin?
Far enough that he couldn't swing at me and I could get away even in my hobbled state.
Yeah.
Enough that we didn't have to talk on such high raised voices. We would be able to talk at a normal volume.
So he's quite a skinny chap, you can see with his armour, but his face looked... He has a beard, but there appears to be a lot of sores and lesions on his face. A lot of pus drips down from them.
And he wants a mace that's blatantly associated with... Yeah.
I should be honest with you. I could annihilate you all now, but...
I mean, one would argue that you can't. That's why you're talking to us. If you could annihilate us, you would have done so.
No, because I need you to do something for me.
Why does everyone...
I need you to kill Maglith. He is both our enemies. That is why you're not dead now. We can't go up on the surface, obviously. Yes. But unfortunately, you found yourself in a den of great power. A chosen rests here, and believe you me, we don't want to get him involved.
The what? The chosen?
A chosen.
A chosen.
A chosen of what?
Of Father Nurgle.
Oh,
you had to say it.
Hey up now, I be knowing what that is. That would be the green one, isn't it?
I can always feel the stares of like all the other characters behind Ilmarin, especially like Hagen. I feel like Hagen's grip on his hammer has probably just tightened a little bit. Oh, my friend.
I know it is your natural reaction to hate me. And believe you me, all I want to do is put my sword through every one of you. But like I said, I can do something for you. And you could do something for me. Our goals are the same.
I'm afraid I don't believe that is entirely the case. However, I will not speak for my compatriots until I've had an opportunity to engage with them. However, what I would say is we would probably never serve the ruinous powers, even if it was to our gain.
I am not asking you to serve the ruinous powers, and this is not something I'm asking of you. I am just saying that Maglith is a great threat to your world at the moment, and I offer you information about him. I offer you information about his commander, and I offer you information of what he is up to. You're not working for the ruinous powers at all.
Your mind at this point has already started sort of backing away back towards the group. Okay, well, I'll come back to you on that.
He walks with you. He walks behind you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, let's get him away from the
Ilmarin's giving like Johan the wink. Well, don't let him get me. Got a wink. Don't let him kill me.
I think that's far enough.
You notice that his two-handed sword, the blade of it looks like a big, long arm. It even has a hand at the end of the blade, yeah? And it looks like it's flesh and it's dripping with green and yellow pus.
That's just grim.
Oh, Ilmarin is just feeling all sorts of bad right now. Is he giving off like an aura of like demonic yuckiness?
It's not demonic, no, but
just ick.
Just ick. Oh.
Yeah.
Just normal levels of yuckiness.
Yeah, okay. Gentlemen and ladies, this gentleman here would like us to take out the leader of the Ebon Blade. And he is from Nurgle, the evil chaos god.
Yeah, when you say that again, like sign of comet on my chest.
And he's offering us a trade. Information for, what was it you wanted from us? Oh, to kill him, correct?
The mace.
Oh, the mace, that's right. Yes, the mace. Oh, yeah, the evil mace of yuckiness.
Unfortunately, it was left there when we left you the items that you required. My servant was good enough to bring you here safely.
Who's your servant?
The worm.
And he's still holding the mace, by the way, but he's just at the back holding it.
How does he look as the whole entire party turns and looks at him?
He sort of looks a little bit awkward and gives you a bit of a grin.
Oh, so we got to kill him too.
Close to us is this big Nurgle dude.
It was business. Yeah, I lived up to my side of the deal. I brought you here. I gave you what you wanted. Yeah.
Brought us into a den of Skaven aligned with Nurgle. That's not keeping your end of the bargain, Mr. Worm. Not at all.
I've seen the things that you were doing in Middenheim and heard of your acts and your means. We've heard of what you did in Ubersreich as well. And, that's enough. As I said, our goals are similar. This creature, with what he knows and what he currently has, could lay waste to at least Middenheim, and then who knows from there.
And yet it sufficiently scares the followers of the ruinous powers. So one has to argue.
It doesn't scare me. But if I go up on street level, then all manner of darkness will erupt.
At that point, our dwarf disappears into the shadows.
Like a ninja.
Like a ninja throwing Carolyn and Ilmarin somewhat off kilter.
I'm not it, right, as I said.
How close to us is he?
He's about 15 feet away.
So fairly close.
So I'll just kind of
Close
whisper.
enough to shoot.
I'll just kind of lean in towards Hagen and whisper. So when do we start blasting?
I still think we'd be better served if we could pull out of this room and back into an area where we can control the battlefield a little better.
I agree. There's a door like 3 feet behind us.
But since we've got an enemy behind us now as well.
Can we shut the door?
Yeah, did we actually physically open a door when we came in?
Yeah.
So what? I can see you two clear, because obviously Ilmarin can clearly see you two talking. He has amazing eyesight. So
I don't think you need it. I'm literally just I've leant right next to Hagen and started whispering.
That mace will eventually let you see lightness and bring you to me and my father. So eventually it will damn you. Now, what I'm suggesting is I take it from you. I could take it by force, but I don't want to do that. As I said, Maglith must be stopped. If I was to tell you what he was doing now, you'd know how serious it is.
Well, perhaps you should tell us so we know how serious it is, because why should we believe you?
Well, you surely know I left the book open on the page that tells you all about it.
Yeah, I didn't read that.
He carries the blade of the one known as Nagash, and the ritual book that he sought offers something. Will you let me have the mace?
Just because he's carrying the sword of some hand-waving numpty, what's that got to do with us? It's Johann's complete ignorance as to who the hell Nagash is.
Nagash was a very powerful necromancer. Some say he created the undead.
Hagen looks over at Ilmarin for confirmation.
That dagger has immense power.
Is it a dagger that Nagash wielded, or is it a dagger that killed Nagash?
It's one that he wielded.
Ah.
And there's a lot of his artifacts. They still wield power with the undeath and the ability to raise the dead.
Well, I have a counter proposal for you. Tell us everything you know. Take your followers and flee Middenheim. And the cult of the White Wolf will not hunt you down and destroy you.
Well, you have your answer.
My Lord Knight, I respect you for your honor and your valor and your bravery and your confidence. And I tell you what, when we've both dealt with, or when Maglith has been dealt with, you and I should embrace and see who walks away. If I lose, my followers go. If you lose, well, it's just another Ulrich knight to notch on my arm.
Ugh, I wouldn't embrace that.
That's fair. You tell us everything you know. And then after Maglith is dead, you and I'll duel. If you win the duel, you get the mace in my head. If I win the duel, your followers leave Midnight.
I'm not interested in dueling you at the moment. As I said, you'll need all of you to do what you're doing.
We'll duel after Maglith is dead.
Indeed. Oh, absolutely. I will give you my word as a Baron of Nurgle.
And you'll have my word as a Knight of Ulrich. But you'll not get the mace until after Maglith is dead, and after you have killed me. If you're the champion of pestilence, then earn it.
All I say, Knight, is to put it in kind of words. You won't get to the surface with that mace before it has worked its ruinous power on all of you.
How deep is the chasm near us?
What, the one that was halfway through? It's very, very deep.
Like,
isn't that really unfortunate?
Like, are we talking like so deep, like if you fell in, you would die and never be able to retrieve anything from the bottom of it?
Yeah, if you chuck something down it, you wouldn't, yeah.
Is the worm still holding the box?
Yeah, but he's sort of back in the
Ilmarin's been slowly making his way from the front of the crowd to the back of the crowd. He's going to push the worm in the chasm.
I think we're kind of far.
We're far from the chasm.
Oh, we're far from the chasm.
I mean, you'd have to kind of walk past the Nurgle dude.
I want to push the worm with the box into the cavern.
I mean, I like your style.
Of course, all I say to you is, I wish that mace for you. I will walk back, so I offer no threat to you all, because I know you don't trust me. And you will let the worm bring the mace over to me.
We can't trust the worm. If we were going to bring the mace over, we'd do it ourselves.
Okay, then. Well, okay, the worm leaves with me now, then.
All right. No, you go over there. We'll discuss it.
Okay. This information, I'm willing to give you the information first, if we agree that I have the mace. And as I said, while it's still with you, yeah, the seal has been broken, so you'll be joining me before too long anyway.
All right, yeah, go on. Go back over there. We'll discuss it.
Okay, he walks back over there.
Ilmarin, these ancient magics and sorcery are far beyond me. Is what he says true? Is this mace corrupting us, tearing us apart from the inside out?
Can I sense any sort of corruption with my low-level sort of elven-y sort of feelings, as it were, as I've had in the past?
Elven-y wibble.
But even basic elves have some sort of magic intuition. It's the whole entire race is magical. If I get closer to the box, and I'm just like slowly approaching the box to see if I can feel.
Well, I believe someone opened the box before. Who opened the box last week?
Oh yes, Carolyn could probably jump in right now and go, yes, yes, it does.
Yeah,
yes, it's really, really, really nasty. Like carrying the box, I was on the edge of. I could feel it trying to worm its way into me.
I say we throw it and the worm into the abyss. I mean, I know it's quite cold. But throw it into the abyss. He can have it. He can go down and get it.
He's working with the ruinous powers. I'm with you.
Ah, excellent.
Then it sounds like we are to battle.
Okay, can I stand behind you this time, though?
Can we throw him into the chasm first?
We're a long way from the... If we throw him into the chasm first, that puts us in the middle of a large open space with multiple enemies with, by the looks of it, powerful ranged weapons.
I'll cover you with my bow.
How about we go back in there, shut the door, deal with the worm and his minions.
Oh, the minions may not be a problem. They may not be serving chaos.
I suspect they probably are, but we can ask.
Of course, if the issue is, then one of us has to carry that box. And according to Carolyn, a priestess of Ulrich, that is all but certainly a death sentence.
Not
tie a rope to it.
Dwarves are famously resistant to magic.
Literally, as you were saying that, not four, and it looks like Ilmarin's going to volunteer himself. And he goes, Mordek the dwarf, they're really good at resisting things like that and chaos and all sorts of things like that. I think Mordek could just walk out and throw it in the...
Tie a rope to it, hook the rope, loop the rope round the other end of the rope bridge support, tow it off the edge. We don't have to get anywhere near it.
No, but we have to get it to the chasm.
We have to get it to the chasm. I'm assuming we're not going to be doing that until all of the Yeah,
I mean, we would be fighting to get there. So
yeah, but
could we throw it?
Do that while also carrying it, we're screwed. I
mean, how far away is the chasm, Jim? Realistically,
50 feet.
At 50 feet.
Yeah, we're not throwing that. I don't. You said it was
you would
pretty
have
heavy
to run up
box.
to it and huck it in, and then you'd probably get shot.
You got a super strong dwarf, haven't we?
I have no idea
somewhere
how
in
strong
the shadows at the moment.
Lurking in the shadows.
Like I said, the bridge is like a rope bridge, so you could stand on the bridge and hoof it over, or you could just stand at the
edge of the crevice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but regardless, to get to the crevice, we're fighting.
Well, no, because they're on the other side of the crevice, aren't they?
Yeah, but
the bad guys are all on the other side of the crevice.
Except for the Chaos Knight. That and they can run across the bridge once they see us making towards the bridge.
You cut the bridge.
You are taking too long. I have this information that could save a lot of people on the surface. Yes. Now, Do you want it, or do you want a lot of people to die?
We can't trust him. He's the servant of the ruinous powers.
Regardless of what you offer.
Saying that out loud, or
No, I'm in a low tone to these
Well,
guys.
what if we let them both get on the bridge and then we shoot out the bridge? It's only a rope bridge.
Yes,
I mean, it would have to be an epic. I think, it'd be an epic shot. And if we fail, we fail miserably. But
yeah, and then they'd have the mace and everything.
I'm not saying it was a good plan. Just saying we drop the knight, the worm.
how would you
And
feel
the
if
box
I was
on
to
the
tell you that you are travelling with the follower of the Ebon Blade, who tells them everything?
Oh.
And who might that be, according to your word?
As I say, I wish something. I have a lot of information for you. You may not trust me, like I say. I know I'm everything that you fear and hate. Yes, and sort of pleases me to know that I have something that you want. And, well, I have to say that taking souls for Father Nurgle delights me, but the fact that I know something that you need delights me even more.
The problem is, if we give him this mace, he's going to use it to do all sorts of chaotic things.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
if we give him the mace, as soon as we're done with Magalith, we have to hunt him down and destroy him.
But Sigmar knows where he'll be by then.
I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
But talking to you, go away. So yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll walk out to the bridge, and then I'll cut the bridge, and hopefully I'll get back in time.
And how do we get out?
It's a fighting retreat at that point. But we lose all the information
Retreat
that he
to
might
where?
have. Back to the surface.
Make a perception roll.
No.
I think at this point we just need either fish or cut bait, either attack or give him the mace.
Where's the worm and the shadows while all this is going on?
The shadows are nowhere to be seen, but he's just stood there with the box. He's offering no threat. He's just there. He's not attempted to move. He's not attempted to do anything.
Because he gets shot if he moved.
At this point,
He
we're
asked
assuming
you
that the
to come
box
down
still
here.
has the mason.
I could have harmed you down here. Yeah, I could have got the shadows to kill you one by one, but I didn't. Yeah, I told you I was true to my word. I know he is abhorrent to look at, and I know what he does is abhorrent to you. Yeah, but I have no choice in this. I felt darkness. Yeah, but like I said, I've done nothing but tell you the truth to bring you down here. I brought you to what I said, and well,
Do you follow the ruinous powers?
I fell to the ruinous powers.
Oh, I wish you hadn't said that.
I watched my son. I don't want to go into it. It upsets me too much, but I turned for the sake of my son, and they killed him anyway.
Kind of leaning into Hagen and whispering, he didn't say we couldn't kill the worm.
Regardless, we need to deal with this honorably. We either take the information and give him the mace and hunt him down later, or try to kill them all now and hope that whatever information he has is something we can discover on our own.
Oh no! I mean, I know you guys don't believe in Skaven, but where there's 12, there's probably 200. They are numerous beyond belief. If we start a fight, it is to the death, probably our death.
No, I have faith in your words, Ilmar, and you've opened my eyes to
Can I see any
these
other
truths.
exits, Jim?
Say again.
Can I see any other exit routes?
Not this side, no. There's only the back the way you came.
I say we give him the mace, extract on his word of honor, a duel when Maglith is dead. We will kill him then. But at this point, I see no way that we are able to continue our quest and get out of these sewers without this deal. And if we fail here, Maglith will assuredly succeed.
But we can't trust anything he says. He's a follower of chaos.
Doesn't matter if we can trust it. We can verify the information independently if we have to.
How does our Ulrich priest feel about that? Everyone's now looking at the Ulrich priest.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's fair.
stop and stare at Carolyn.
Everyone turns to look at Carolyn.
You know, because she's all holy now, you know, so
Yeah.
don't want to upset her.
Yeah, she's sort of looking at all to Burr. What? Henry said Ulrich. Hagen. What? I am not all here tonight.
I feel I have to
Do you
agree with
think we
Hagen.
can trust him to meet you?
I think we can trust a champion of chaos to always take an opportunity to strike down a knight of Ulrich. They are abhorrent creatures, but they usually follow a knightly code.
I wouldn't go so far as to call it that.
Well, the way I see it, we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. If we choose to withhold the mace, then we're going to get swarmed and probably end up losing the mace anyway. And if we give him the mace, then at some point that's going to come back to bite us, but we can potentially try to track him down. What do you think, Mordek?
Mordek looks concerned.
I can sit back in the centre of my screen now.
Sorry about that, chaps.
No.
I still haven't tried Foundry yet, so
That's
Maybe
fine,
maybe leave off Foundry for the moment.
we can roll for you, can't we? So
Yep.
oh, grand.
So then we're decided to give the Baron the mace once he gives us the information and the worm. It's been a long conversation, very long conversation.
I think that's probably the only...
I once again find myself looking at the ruinous powers. I have to say, there is some truth to what Maglith is saying. Once
And
again,
yet-
humans are responsible for the incursion of chaos.
And yet there are still humans standing against it right next to you.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
hey,
yes.
hey up, what am I hearing here? I know I've been a bit focused on them rat men over there, but you're saying that you, a knight, are happy doing business with the ruinous powers.
No, I'm not
No.
happy at all. But I'm willing to duel him after we kill Maglith. If
Let's
he will
go
give
kill
us
him now.
First, we don't believe we're actually capable of taking them all out now. And second, we won't get the information he has. But I'm willing to try, Mordek. But I have a feeling we will all die here.
Well, if we are
Better
to all
that,
die
better-
here,
Hey up, better that than walking down the path of corruption by getting a league with the dark powers.
I mean, Mordek, for once, is actually speaking sense. If we are to all die here, then I would suggest that we make sure that box goes in that crevice. At least make it more difficult for him.
All right, then.
Out of character, sorry to come along and just ruin everyone's plans. So sorry.
Yeah,
No,
Hagen's
it's
okay
fine.
with it.
We
None of
kind of
us-
needed someone to talk us out of it.
None of us felt comfortable about the path of action we were
No,
potentially choosing.
I'm with the dwarf.
I'm just saying that this is how it starts.
All
Right.
right.
Well, Mr. Mordek, who is so brave and true, you're going to carry the box and be the one that throws it in the crevice.
So
You'll carry it out.
you guys are gonna make a hole for me to get through to chuck it
Yeah.
down.
Oh, there's nobody on our side other
Currently,
than that knight.
the only one in between us and the crevice is
For now, that we know
at
of.
the moment is the Chaos Champion. So
And didn't he go back across the other side of the bridge?
No,
No,
he's
he
still on this side.
just backed off.
He
a little
just
bit.
walked off a few feet. So
Well,
Hagen will
if-
turn to the Baron and say,
No dice.
"We do not accept your terms."
Mordek, deal with the worm.
Oh yeah.
and well, he's got the case. You're going to need
If,
to kill
if
the
you
worm.
didn't hear
Fair
that
enough.
bit, Dan, he's
That is your
Yeah, I
choice.
got that bit. That's just when I left.
He
It's just when I
backs
got
up
cut off.
over the bridge.
Hmm?
He just stands over the bridge. Well, you have to leave this place. And this is the only way to leave.
Could we pull some kind of like tricky bluff? Walk the worm over and then use him as a human shield?
Walk the
As if
worm
they're
over,
gonna-
then shoot him dead as he.
As if they're going to care enough not to kill the worm.
Yeah,
no,
but he'll stop bullets hitting us.
Well, I was kind of hoping that me and you would maybe pick off the shooters before they got to shoot us.
I mean, we can certainly try.
I mean, I'm going to get hit once and die. So.
Is there a
So-
table or something in the room behind us, Jim?
Not away, not till away
No,
back. I don't
the
think.
pews, but they were like, you think they were stuck to the floor or cemented in or something.
So I say, Hagen charges the knight. Mordek hocks the thing into the crevice, and then we retreat back through the doors and fight our way backwards, back up through the sewers the way we came.
So be it.
We can't
Make-
go back
make
the way
me
we came.
a-
It was
Oh no, that's right. The door. It got sealed.
Make
came
me
through
an
a portal,
intelligence
didn't
roll, Ilmarin.
Hey, what roll?
Make me an intelligence roll.
Just a straight intelligence roll?
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, well, I'm not too bad at that, actually. Okay. Yes. Yes, I do.
3 success levels. Nice.
3 success levels.
You remember how you entered the room through that portal, and there didn't look like a doorway to get back. The only doorways there were to come this way.
So there was no other way back.
Nope.
No.
Just forward. That's what I remembered. So
Then,
right then.
I suggest we play along to get close because we need to get close to those shooters.
Well, we already told him no. So I'd say Hagen turns to the worm and he goes, "You were honest with me. Drop the box and run to your master."
I don't want to run. I've had enough.
You've had enough of the ruinous powers.
Yeah, I did what he asked me to do. But he speaks the truth.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the truth. We still have to do what's right.
indeed, my people have
That
always stood.
Warhammer quote, if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
My people have
Totally.
always stood against the ruinous powers.
So
He
Worm-
draws his
Mine.
sword. Draws his sword.
Draws his axe.
And my bow.
So, Worm, if you are truly repentant, as we move forward, walk that crate to the crevice. We will be at your side and throw it in, and then you will be allowed to live.
Why don't you tell him that you're going to make the deal, and then I'll take that over, and then I'll give it to you, and you can throw it in, and I'll run for my life.
Don't trust him.
I think we're past that point.
But you'll still be able to go and run for your life once you've thrown it in.
But then you'll get the information, won't you? So
Yeah, I've got no issue with lying to the ruinous powers.
Double cross.
If you can convince him that we are being honest, that is not something that I'm likely to be able to do.
Okay, but supposed to be
Hagen
good at
looks
lying, aren't
pointedly
they,
at
Elmar?
Elmar.
Sorry, what am I doing the convincing, am I?
Yeah, convince him we're agreeing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you lied to a champion of Nurgle.
I'll have you know,
What could go wrong?
I shall operate cat-tongued. And I shall now do a charm test to convince this guy of chaos that I am telling the truth.
And you've got
Go
a
for it.
reroll, Dan. Teclis is my homeboy, gave you one.
I do not need it, for I get 6 success levels, and I am glorious and wonderful. So Ilmarin steps out and goes, I apologize, oh great champion of Nurgle, and obviously in Nurgle's bountiful garden may we all one day rest. we actually agree to take your deal, and we will bring over the box now, and Mr. Worm will lead it over, and we will then follow him, and we will all make our way out with the information you give us. And I'm using cat tongue, so he has to believe me.
Go for it. Make a roll.
I just did.
He did.
I got six success levels.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to make a roll for him. I don't know why, because he's going to get nowhere near that.
And he can't. I don't think he can actually.
I think it is opposed. I think it is opposed.
Isn't that what cat tongue does, though?
Oh no, the listeners do not get to oppose your charm with their intuition to detect whether something's fishy in the way you're saying.
Okay.
So I've used charm to lie to you, and you must believe it. you cannot decide to not believe it.
I am pleased that you give me. I would like to shake your hands, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I understand.
Absolutely not.
Good. It's good to feel the pull of humankind again, even though the pleasure of the Father, it is indeed great. So, you wish to know what? Ask me questions.
Oh no, you just were going to give us the information. So just give us everything you think is pertinent to us dealing with Maglyth.
And who the person is.
And who our betrayer is. That's the first one we want to know, actually.
So to find out that, I would travel to the Arbnard estate in the city and ask the master of the house, just go and visit him. You'll know who your leak is.
That's not giving us the information.
Yeah.
Give you the means to find out.
You didn't say that. You said you gave us your word. You would give us the information.
Maglyth plans to reanimate Artor.
Hmm.
The ritual he has found out brings long dead back from the grave. It draws the soul from the abyss and brings it back into their form. If he raises Artor, his power will be great, and they will decimate the city with the followers. He has got some Skaven friends of his own that have made little amulets that can control the mind of those that wear them.
Wasn't that guy that we just killed wearing one of those amulets?
No, he had a key round his neck.
I had a key around his neck, not an amulet. Okay, that's fine. Ilmarin suddenly got the pang of guilt of killing a high elf that may have not known what they were doing. That's okay. Feel better now. Okay, well,
I also suggest that you don't cross the bridge because you will meet my master, and you really don't want that to happen.
So
how else do we leave?
When you give me the mace, I will tell you the way out.
No.
You said you would give us the information.
And I have done about Maglyth.
But you haven't been entirely truthful, have you? You said you would give us the information about who our traitor was, not how to find out who it is.
I don't intend to make your life easy. I'm one of the bad people, aren't I? I'm the ones that can't be trusted. I've told you a means to get the information.
We clearly can't trust you. You told us you would give us the information, not the means to find it.
Yeah, I just want to know the way out, personally. It kind of smells down here, I'm not going to lie. That's something
their partner will die soon. To go to their estate is to save their partner as well.
Wait a minute.
Hagen leans in and he's like, "It's got to be the lady Notch's fiance."
Yeah. I think we've all.
Yeah, that was that moment where we all had the light. Yeah,
I hadn't got there.
Everyone has a
light.
Everyone bar Mordic. Everyone bar Mordek has a light bulb moment.
While people are talking, can I look around to see if I can spot any kind of exit?
Make a perception check. Make a hard perception check because it is very shadowy and you've got no means of seeing anything because you're a poor human.
Can Ilmarin join in on this looking?
I've got my lamp.
Go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Is my one hard? But I have night vision.
No, you can make a normal one.
And I have a special eyesight. So.
Are we near the chasm edge at the moment, or are we still further back?
He just shouted across from the other side. He stood at his side of the the chasm edge.
There must be an exit on our side then, because obviously he's saying.
I'm assuming my lantern didn't help that.
No.
Either that, or he's got a way of opening that portal to go back the other direction.
Oh, I think Ilmarin might have just gone. Oh, it's there.
Oh, there it is. I successfully did a perception check, Jim, at 5 levels of success. Is there an exit that I can see?
You can't see anything, no.
Oh, man. Damn. There's definitely not an exit that I can see, even with my elven eyes. Oh. That Ilmarin literally groans like that. He's just like, ugh. All right, now let's bring the box over. Bring the box. Come on, Mr. Worm. Bring the box over. Everyone ready.
Hagen whispers a prayer to Ulrich, knowing his soul is about to be ushered into the halls of
I'm going to stick to Worm like glue because I do not trust that man at all to double cross us. So
it would be a triple cross.
He just proposed that we double cross.
But that's right. He's dodgy enough to triple cross.
He's dodgy enough.
You know what I mean?
Also, everyone watch where Brian runs because he might know where the exit is. Because he said he's going to run for his life. He's got to have an exit strategy, right?
The exit strategy may well be hide behind us until the fighting dies down, but we'll see.
So the bad guy's on the other side of the thing again, isn't he now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll cut the bridge then, right?
And still no sign of the shadows?
No.
Okay. And more importantly, no way out, except for across the bridge.
He gets to the bridge. He starts to cross the bridge.
Is he on the bridge? Are we near the end of the bridge?
Yeah.
Can I cut the bridge?
Go for it.
While he's on it?
Go for it.
What didn't we need to cross to get out?
Yeah.
At this point,
wasn't the plan to get near the bridge and then throw the worm into the chasm?
Throw the box into the chasm. We've given the worm his opportunity to run for his
He's
life.
slowly crossing the bridge now.
The worm or the Chaos Lord?
Bad guy.
The worm.
Stop
the worm.
No. The worm's not crossing the bridge.
No. Ilmarin is cutting the bridge. The knight is the one on the bridge, right?
Make me a roll to hit. It's going to be an easy roll.
Before Worm gets to the bridge,
yeah,
is he not throwing the thing into the chasm?
No, he's just walked across the bridge with it. He's not making a run with it. He's just walking at normal speed.
Oh,
is he also on the bridge as well as I do this?
Yeah.
So you want me to just do a straight melee attack on the bridge at easy, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll help. Can I help?
Yeah, I think Mordek probably even
did say that he was sticking to the worm like glue.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when the worm steps onto the bridge with no sign of tossing the crate in,
I imagine Mordek. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see if this doesn't.
Oh, crit.
You critically hit a
The
bridge.
Why can I do that last week?
Okay, you bring. Are you using the sword that you got from the cult?
No, because I can't use it. So I
use your blade and you sort of cut.
I've got impressive success.
I think you need to remove your advantage.
The bridge just literally drops forward, and you see the worm just drop into the cavern, and a little scream goes.
I don't feel bad about that at all, frankly. Did the box go with him?
Yes,
absolutely. What
have you done?
That was a long plummet before the scream stopped.
You will now feel my wrath and my master's wrath.
I think this is where we go to initiative, and Johan shoots him in the head.
Or Ilmarin.
I thought he was on the bridge as well. Was the knight not on the bridge as well? I thought you said
No,
knight was on
no,
the
He
bridge.
was already over the bridge. He
Ah.
was already on the other side.
Okay. So you hear some moving and some rumbling. It's quite loud, and you can hear some footsteps, but they are literally echoing as they hit the floor. Something very big is moving towards you
From which direction?
from the back of the cavern, from the opposite side of the cavern.
Oh dear God, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
It will be a glorious death.
In the words of their
So,
people,
that Skaven
cheese it,
campaign.
boys.
TPK boys, it was a pleasure playing with you.
So a green light appears at the end of the cavern, and into the cavern walks this massive, big, huge, fat creature. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ilmarin
and-
probably knows what this is, right?
Actually, can you all make me a cool test, please?
Aaron
Oh,
doesn't
Hagen.
have to. Hagen doesn't have
Yep.
to, and the rest of us get a bonus, I believe.
Plus 10.
Oh yeah, we
Oh.
get plus 10 because of the hammer, isn't it? Hammer's on.
Yep. Hammerzite.
Awesome.
I don't think I can add plus. Oh, hang on.
You can
Modifier,
just put it in the
10.
modifier.
Oh, I hear. Is it?
Good
Is it just
Oh,
10?
I'm,
Is it?
I'm
Oh.
fortuning that.
Oh my God!
Oh, no, I'm legging
Hey.
it. I am properly legging it.
I will.
Before you,
I'll
Hagen.
re-roll.
Oh, have I got a reroll? Because I would have
You do.
rerolled mine.
You do. You've got to reroll.
My faith
good.
sustains me.
Ilmarin also makes it with his re-roll. Thank you, Teclis is my homeboy, because I was going to cheese it otherwise.
I just threw a fortune
Okay.
point at it and went from
I'm,
80 to 3.
like-
Hagen, before you, from what you can tell, it is some form of demon prince, maybe. And it sort of waddles over.
I'm up for.
Yes!
I'm up for leaving at speed, but I'm not. I am not succumbing to the terror.
Johan,
You
did
can take it.
Yeah,
You
I
failed.
failed. I was already running.
Yeah, so Johan's legged it.
Nope.
I mean, in all honesty,
You know what? He's probably the most sensible person here.
The Skaven with the blunderbusses are running up to the edge of the cavern, the crevice, and they're
Pull
sort of
back.
towards you.
Yeah, so as soon as they start moving up, we withdraw.
Ilmarin was like, fall back to the doors.
Get out of their range, yeah.
So we're probably making all of us are probably making haste back through the room into the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to pass the fear check. Damn it.
I mean, we all go through the doors and close the doors, and Johan just keeps running.
Johan, you've lived quite a fortunate life in where you've overcome many fears. Yeah, as a boy, you feared spiders and things and snakes, and you overcome that, and you're proud of yourself for not really fearing anything. Yeah, you think you're a well-rounded individual who basically, can handle anything. This thing that you've seen is basically turned you inside out. Yeah, you've never known fear like this. This has come from a deep part in your stomach. Yeah, it was. You could almost, as you looked at it, you could see your own face where its face was, as if you'd been turned by Nurgle into this creature. Yeah, and all you can think about is just rotting away and basically being in a very bad position.
This is very unfortunate, as he has one of our more powerful weapons, other than
So,
Hagen, of
pull-
course.
Pull back through the doors. Let's shut the door and see if maybe we can find some way out through the way we came.
On the plus side, they can't come across the bridge now.
I wouldn't guarantee that.
No. Valid point. Let's keep moving. Ilmarin's now putting his considerable elven legs, and surprisingly, the injuries he had maybe is fading slightly as he really puts his elven legs to work.
I think they're just being ignored. You're letting adrenaline override.
Can I
override
just say,
short-term
Johan, I'm going to give you a bonus re-roll, yeah, because you were the only one that actually embraced the the fear, and actually
I
thought,
actually
well,
said I was running
we're all
before you
gonna
made us
run
roll.
anyway, so I might as well, So I'm going to give you a bonus reroll for actually embracing the fear, embracing it. Yeah.
Well, I think the key thing here is Johann's the only one smart enough to go, fuck that.
That's why
probably a
he's
good
the
point.
brains.
I mean, Ilmarin backed away from the troll in the very first episode, so God knows what's happened between the very first episode and here for Ilmarin to suddenly be brave enough to stand in front of a demon.
I don't think
Too many
Armani's
hits on the head.
brave enough to stand in front of the demon. It's more he isn't completely overwhelmed by the fear of it. He knows that leaving is the smart thing to do. He knows that running is the right thing to do. But he's still capable of rational thought and forming plans about how to escape, rather than just, oh my god, that thing's terrifying, leg it.
Hagen's back through the door.
Yeah, I imagine we've all made it back
We've
through the door.
all gone back.
Are
Through
you
the
going
door.
to close the doors?
Mordek's going last.
Mordek is coming through last. Yes,
Yes.
we know.
You notice the thing
Because
it
he's not
reaches
sensible and he's
over.
not clever.
And
It
he's a
reaches
dwarf.
over the cavern and it sort of pulls itself over, and it's just walking slowly towards you.
Is this a new round?
Yep.
Oh, come on, we can take it.
Shut the door.
We can take it. Come on.
A demon prince?
Right.
I don't
Once I'm
think
through the
so.
door, I stop running and kind of go, shit.
And you get it.
Sadly, he did warn us that his master was here.
Well, on the plus side, the mace is in the bottom of the chasm now, and they're obviously upset for a reason because they can't get it back. But we need to keep moving. These doors will probably not hold it, so we need to keep running.
It's not going to fit through the
Mordek.
door, though. Is
Yeah,
it?
the door and the frame will not matter, Mordek. Have you seen the size of that thing? It will just walk through all of it. We need to keep
Just
moving.
Keep moving.
Ilmarin, you and Mordek, your eyes are better here. Find us a way out of this place.
Okay, I'm guessing we're
Okay.
running, and I'm going to be doing perception checks as we're running because we're just looking for anything,
Okay,
even
so
a sliver of
Start
light.
hearing the slamming on stone and brickwork, and everything starts to shake. Yeah, as something is basically battering the stonework that you've run through. Okay, where are you going to be looking for an exit?
So we came through corridors and stuff, didn't we? So we're going to.
Yeah.
Ilmarin's looking for any crack of light, anything that looks like we could
Let me
potentially take
just
a
pull
hammer
them
to
up.
it.
Let me just
And-
pull them up.
Not just crack a light, but any leaking of liquid through the walls, like maybe
Or any
water
airflow.
or airflow or sewage or
Yeah,
anything like
Johan
that.
will be frantically looking as well because he doesn't want to be here. He wants to nope the hell out.
Won't probably bother because I have a perception of fuck all.
Okay, so you come back through a door. There's no door. You can't make perception rolls.
And to be fair, so does my character.
They're going to be hard because you are under an enormous amount of stress.
Now I don't have a lot of perception, but I am.
Yes!
He rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So down the corridor, you find absolutely nothing.
Even with 3 successes on hard, that's not great.
Just
Back
check
to
every
the
room.
back to the room we came from.
We'd be checking every room as we go.
Okay. You come into the smaller room with the altar at the front with the cane symbols on. And there's a dead body of the cultist.
Yeah.
2 big ogres. This is basically
Back to
where
the
you
start.
are. There's no other doors out of here. There's nothing at all.
Ilmarin takes a deep breath and calms himself and looks around the room.
Hit the altar.
You feel you can hear brickwork giving way.
Impressive
now.
success.
I got 4 success levels.
Yeah, that only helps if there's something to find.
I know. I'm trying.
So, Johan, you sort of run to the southern wall and you start looking there, and then as you're sort of bringing your hand across the wall,
Just for fun.
it hits something. Just out of luck, it just hits something, and you sort of feel up the side of it, and you can feel like a straight line, and it looks about the size of a door, but there's no handle there, and it's sort of lost in in the painting on the wall of sort of ripped up bodies and things. That's, you know, why you couldn't see it. It's almost camouflaged into there, but it doesn't look like an Andor or anything.
Had we used the key yet that we found on the elf?
Yes, you opened that room.
Okay.
Oh, we have a key. Hagen.
There's something here. How the hell do you open it?
Hagen, hammer. And then Imran points at the where Johann's frantically like.
So there's
Hagen.
no like holes, nothing to push anywhere.
No.
Hagen runs over and strikes the spot that Johann indicates with the hammer.
Make me a roll to hit and give me some damage, please.
I am going to be looking. While you're doing that, I'm going to be looking up what I can do with minor blessings. I don't think I can give you bonus strength, so carry on.
It sounds like it's broken through some part of the brickwork.
Oh,
So is it just a challenging normal roll?
Yeah, normal roll. It's right in front of you.
10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, there's a you mark it a little bit. This wall, this door.
That didn't roll right.
I was going to say that's the worst I've ever seen you roll to hit there, Hagen.
That's not right because that's not even close to what my two-handed skill is. Yeah, no, that's not right at all.
Right, try rolling again.
There you go. Yeah, plus 7. So
17.
That would 17.
You must
damage.
have Hammerzite set up wrong on your combat page.
Yeah, I got to take a look. It might have.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you stuff it into it, and you break a little hole in it, but it doesn't give, and there's no handle on it. You sort of pull at it, but it's not going anywhere.
How big's the hole he's made in there?
About so big, about the size of not a baby's arm, but a human's arm.
Do I think if I
Holding an
stuffed a
apple.
bunch of gunpowder in there, I could blow it?
Possibly.
Make it so.
Using my knowledge of engineering, can I roll to see if I think it would work before I do it?
Absolutely, go for it.
Success level.
Yeah, gunpowder will work. It might be
do
a
I
little.
think I have enough?
How much do you have?
I'm trying to see where it's got my ammunition.
As this is all happening, Mordek's probably standing by the door, which we think the big old monster's going to come through, and Imarin's standing behind him, bone ready, and it's like, well, looks like we're going out, old friend.
I have enough for 56 shots, plus what's already in my gun.
Yeah, you've got enough.
I thought it'd be at the folly of manlings.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Mordek. You're not wrong.
Just while I'm considering it, just keep hitting it, Hagen.
All right. I think that might be set. Let's see if it's set right now. No, it's still not rolling right.
for some reason I can't get my shield to roll on anything other than melee basic either. Ah.
Well, that would have been 18, 19, 20 points of damage.
Okay. You smash another hole in it. Make the hole a little bit bigger. It's about so big now.
Johann, can you blow that up? It's about time the humans used their black powder for something useful. Come on.
The wall at the back of this room is now shaking, and the banging is very close to you.
Make me a smaller hole near the base, Hagen.
All right, I'll try again.
Yeah, smack the base.
Still not rolling right. So 19 damage. Gonna see what's wrong with that.
That hole at the base of the door now.
Okay. Yeah, there's another hole at the base of the door.
Can I stuff like
A hole appears in the wall behind you. and brickwork splatters all over the floor.
Just use it all, hey. Just use it all, Johan. I'll buy you some
like
more.
40 shots worth of black powder into the hole, or as much of 20 as will fit.
Okay, make me a basic engineering roll, please.
Jesus, I'm going to use my reroll.
You do not want to screw up a roll for making an improvised engineering explosive.
But you pack it in, and it looks like it's all right. You're definitely sure that it's good. It's all there.
Still not rolling right. Sorry, that roll was just trying to see if I could fix this.
I thought you did. Yeah, one on the back of the head for failing. So it's packed in, and then you've got your little sort of fuse ready to go.
Well, I'm only going to get one shot at this. Can I double check it? Because I can't do this again if it fails.
Okay. You've re-rolled at it already, but it looks safe. It does look. It's going to work.
Well, I know what gunpowder's like. I'm going to light it and get the hell away. Say, fire in the hole and get clear.
Okay. It lights. It goes
still
back.
Going to cover the room.
Everybody, make me an agility roll, please.
Oh crap!
Dodge or agility?
Dodge? Yeah.
If you've got dodge, I'll let you roll dodge.
I'd like to roll dodge.
Can I?
Would
Can
like
I
to roll
assist
dodge as
Mordek?
well.
Just
Nice,
passed.
just.
Yep.
Don't forget, you can use fortune to.
Yep, I'll use a fortune point to adjust that up to.
Can I give one of my
marginal
success levels to Mordek as I see what's happening? And obviously, no, dwarfs are not known for being agile.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh man, even giving you one of my success levels wouldn't help you there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take it on the chin.
It's fine.
Okay.
You can take it. You're a dwarf.
Okay, it goes up. You maybe put a little bit too much gunpowder there. Yeah, and it does go with a bang, and bricks go everywhere as half the wall disappears. Yeah. Hagen.
I only told you to blow the bloody door off!
And Mordek. Yeah.
Hagen spent a fortune to turn that into a success.
That's true.
Oh, did you? Sorry.
Just me.
Yep.
So Mordek.
Hi, boss.
Yes. So you take 20 points of damage as a brick. A big rock sort of hits you square in the chest and knocks you backwards, and you're underneath it.
Is
Obviously,
armor and stuff going to take that?
Toughness will, but not armor because it's
Oh,
crushed.
God.
How much did he take?
20 points.
Have you got anything left?
Well, I've actually got 5 toughness. I've got toughness of 50.
So only 15 wounds.
Yeah, so...
Only?
I do have some left, yeah. I have 2 wounds left. I'm right there with Omar.
So when the smoke settles...
To be fair, 2 wounds might be all you need, because if you can walk, if you can run, that's all we're going to be doing.
So as the smoke clears and the rubble sort of dust sort of settles and the bashing carries on behind you, everybody sort of jumps up and looks around, and there's a big hole in the wall.
Ilmarin runs straight to Mordek and helps him to his feet.
So there's a big block of slab on him. It's going to be a 2 to 3 man lift to get it up off him.
Hagen runs over and starts.
The only thing that's probably saving him is his armor, because if it weren't, then it'd be crushed.
Ilmarin gets the big sword and uses it to leverage up as well. So I imagine we're all probably working very hard and very fast.
Destroy a sword.
Which sword do you use, Ilmarin?
Oh yeah,
that will destroy it.
Oh, Mordek is more important than my sword. And the big sword, because that's the one that would be big enough to leverage it. Like the smaller sword, Guardian, would not be enough to leverage it. So the big old lumpy sword.
Is everybody else trying to lift the slab?
Yeah, Hagen is.
Can I try and lift the slab from my end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you would definitely be pushing
You're
out.
sort of like this. You're sort of spread eagled. Yeah, so you can sort of grab hold
I
of
can
it.
do it with my belly.
Yeah, arch that back, Mordek. Arch that
the
back.
power of the beard.
So, yeah, he sort of lies there, and between the three of you, and Ilmarin
I
rams
think
his
all of us
sword
are doing
into it. But you can see as you go to sort of wrestle the sword upwards, you can see that the three of them are actually lifting the stone off him, and then they sort of move it to one side. You pull your sword out the way, yeah, and they manage to get it on there. Mordek is gasping for breath. He's struggling to breathe, and you can see his breath has literally been almost turned inside out, so it looks like it's pushing on his actual chest, and it's obviously still strapped to him.
Cut it! Cut it!
I thought he was wearing mail.
Oh yeah, he's wearing.
He doesn't have
chain.
plate.
He doesn't have.
He doesn't have plate mail. Doesn't have plate. So
apparently, you've just hit Pete in the feels for coming out with the quote, "Your sword is Mordek is more important than your sword."
Lol. It's sweet.
Ilmarin is partially bonded with this Dowie, and despite Dowie and elves not getting on, he understands the issues of the elder races.
Nothing but brotherly love
over
There is
your
absolutely nothing to it.
despair about humanity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
We share a mutual
yeah.
despair of humans.
We're going to end up going up against the bad guy of this whole thing, and you're going to go, yeah, you got a point, really.
Yeah. Come on, Mordek, let's go. And we're like,
And the wall behind you starts
I
to
just need to
pass
catch my breath.
through, and he looks
No
like
time.
he's pretty quick now.
I've heard you're very dangerous over short distances. Time to test it.
Jim,
Yeah.
I wish to invoke the blessing of Fortitude if I can.
Okay, go for it.
It's at this point a bit more of a thematic thing than anything else.
Okay.
Given that you haven't inflicted any actual listed conditions, but it is removing a condition.
Okay.
If this works. I'm going to re-roll it. I've got the fortune points. Better?
Well, it was a little bit better.
Okay, it doesn't work. Fine.
You do feel a little bit warmer inside as you sort of invoke it. You feel a little bit closer to Ulrich, and yeah, you feel your bond there. But you don't feel that power sort of flow through you. You just feel a little happier with life, even though there's a large demon behind
There's
you.
a fucking great demon lord about to kill us all. At least I know my God is with me, which is, a pretty good thing in the circumstances. Either way,
Could everybody make a willpower roll, please?
What kind of willpower roll? Cool or
just straight willpower?
Straight willpower. A corruption roll.
Isn't corruption endurance or cool?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. We
Is it?
talked about this last time. I think pretty sure it was cool. We said
Yeah, it's
last
cool
time.
or
Okay, make a
you
cool
can use
roll
cool
then,
or
sorry.
endurance, I think.
Oh, I am re-rolling that.
I am not re-rolling that.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, for
Ooh, I'm gonna re-roll.
Oh no, Carolyn.
Ah, crap baskets.
it's better than a -6.
Mordek, don't get corruption as well, please.
Fuck's sake. Okay, Carolyn is just going
Is
to.
any of
Oh
them-
no!
Carolyn is going to end up becoming an NPC due to corruption points before.
I'm gonna
Remember,
use my
you have
other.
got fortune points and you have got fate points.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
does
use my
fate
other
let you just like straight up dodge?
Fate will
Permanent,
give you the way I intend to do it is that fate will basically get in the way of what's happening. So if it cut off your head or whatever, then something would happen in between it. There'd be something, whether he trips or whether you sort of drop or whatever. It would give you basically another option. It's almost like a different path of life.
You can clear corruption as an endeavor, though, right?
Absolutely, you can.
Finally,
If I'd known that, I would have taken that as my endeavour last time.
that's all my.
Because I'm still carrying 2 corruption from the first season.
That's all my fate gone.
You mean fortune?
Fortune, sorry.
Can Can you fortune even after using a reroll?
I'm going to let you fortune on
Oh,
this.
thank you.
Oh, okay. In which case,
Do I have any rerolls?
Yay!
Do I have any rerolls? Because so far I've just been using fortune points.
Viewers, does Carolyn have any rerolls?
I think someone did give.
I haven't got sight
I
of
think
the
we all got
stream.
one.
I haven't seen one.
Oh no, Hagen,
Nope.
myself, Mordek, Ilmarin. No, unfortunately, Carolyn does not have one.
Where's the Carolyn love?
Okay, so we'll leave it there. There's nothing that happens straight away anyway. So I believe so. Mordek and Carolyn both failed. Yes.
No, Mordek managed to pass.
No,
in the
I
end.
passed
Eventually.
eventually.
So it's just Carolyn. Okay, so yeah.
We move with haste through the nice big door that our friend just made.
But yeah, once the dust settled, if that's the way out, we're going.
Yeah. So basically, you know which way you're coming. You're not silly. You go up there and you're sort of running, and you leave the banging and the noise behind as everything is shaking, as he's sort of trying to get through everything. And you you run back up to the sewers. You move back to where you came from. You come to a junction. You can't really remember where you went. Did you go straight forward or did you go left or right? Could somebody make me a perception roll?
Amaran?
Sure, I would be, I guess, running very fast. I impressively failed. I will use.
I'll even allow if anybody has got survival, to pick up the track of where you were.
Oh, I've got survival.
Okay, you can use survival.
Was only one of us allowed to make perception?
Yeah, well,
sorry.
There you go. So I did pass it with my fortune reroll. Thankfully, Marin did eventually pass.
It was left. It was left. So you all pile down there, and you eventually come to the little grate, and you go up. You pull it, and it comes clear, and you're back on the streets again.
I imagine, like, literally get out, and it's like, and then kind of like just roll onto the floor and just like.
You notice that there's a lot of sort of roof on the floor, and it looks like a bit of roof, not the tiles, and so some of
Looks like there's been an earthquake.
Yeah. It looks like there's been, but not much damage to the buildings, to be fair. But it looks like there's been a slight tremor of some form.
Yeah. That might just be yeah. I feel like I need a long rest at this point in time. A very long rest.
Okay.
I feel like we need to tell someone that there's
Carolyn
a very big angry thing
gets
that's
out
living
the top
underneath
of
the
there,
city.
and apparently, because I just decided to make a cool check for how with it is Carolyn, as she comes out and got a 1.
Oh,
congratulations! You're very with it.
I could have got that before, but anyway, Carolyn pulls herself out. We need to get to that. We need to get to the.
We need to deliver these items.
Name? We need to get to that damn house before she murders her damn fiance, or he murders her, or whichever bloody way round it is. Assuming that arsehole was telling the truth, and if he's not telling the truth, well, fuck it, we'll know.
Well, before that, we need to go to the Temple of Ulrich, turn this material over, and warn them of the dangers in the sewers.
Providing we're quick about it.
We can always. No, that's a bad idea. We're not going to split the party.
While they're talking, can I have a look at Mordek, see if I can do anything about it?
Fine. I just be a bit winded. Possibly coughing up blood. Spittle and blood in his beard.
You heal 5
He's probably
wounds.
got a couple of broken ribs as well.
Maybe a punctured lung.
I've got like loads of like wrapping on my arm, stopping me from bleeding to death.
How do you actually
I can't
calculate how
heal
many
you
wounds
again
you should
because I've
have.
already done it.
It's on the first page. It's wounds. So main page.
Yeah, no,
and
but
then,
how's that calculated?
How's what?
it's your. I think something to do with your toughness and something else, isn't it? Your wounds.
What's that? The number of wounds you heal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, number
When
of
I
wounds you
when
should
I do a
have.
heal check, it's my success levels plus my intelligence.
No,
How
sorry,
many
the amount.
maximum?
Yeah, how many you should have.
Oh, it's to do with strength, toughness, and willpower. So dwarves get crap loads because of toughness and willpower. But Foundry does it all automatically. You'll get way more than we will. Like, for
Yeah.
example, I have 12.
I have 14.
I've got 60.
I have 15. I'm not the most fragile.
Okay, cool. I have 19. All right.
Yeah, you're right. We need to on the Lady Notch if that isn't truth, he said. But I think before that, we cannot afford to be carrying this book and these other items with us. And
Hagen,
the Den Father must know
Hagen,
of the
you and
Chaos Knight.
you and Johan are mostly unharmed. Why don't you go and see Lady Nact, and we'll, with our new Ulrich priest, myself and Mordek will see these items to the Den Father.
Is splitting up really a good idea right now?
We have too much ground to cover and not enough time to cover it in. What happens if we travelled all the way to Miedenheim to protect the Lady Nact? What happens if now she's killed?
Surely the temples and noble houses are all in roughly the same direction.
Yeah.
And
Then
I
we
would
run.
say, Elmarin, that even if John and I got there, if her say is prepared to kill her at this moment, we could stop all of his words.
Is anyone
And
else
him.
hurt?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Very.
Well, I know
very-
you are, but I can't heal you.
Then
Is
no, I think
Carolyn, are you okay?
Physically, I'm fine.
So where are you going first?
I
Which
think we
is
need to-
closest?
Yeah.
It's probably the Lady Nat's estate.
We'll go there on the way to the temple then.
No. Let's go to the temple first. If this guy is really out, if he's really working for the Ruinous Powers, and we show up with this book of dark shadows and warpstone, and he beats us, we're in deep trouble.
No,
I think-
we'll be dead. It won't be our
Well,
problem
either
at
way,
all.
we'll be discussing this as we're moving swiftly towards.
We're heading in
general
roughly the
direction.
same direction either way, yeah.
Yeah, Hagen will say, at the worst, give me the items, and I will take them to the temple, and I will meet you at the Lady Notch's.
I just think that we have made oaths and put in a duty and honor to the lady to see her here and see the job done. So we
come on
should
in,
probably-
Mordek. You and I You and I will move swiftly and at least make our presence known. So maybe it will deter the husband from killing her in front of people, witnesses. And you guys get there as quickly as you can after you drop the items.
So be it.
Because we made an oath, so you know.
Yeah,
I know how
we made oaths to both parties, but the Lady Notch let us out of hers. She
You
told
take
us we were
Carolyn to
done.
the temple, Hagen. I'll go with them.
So be it.
You two have the oath to Ulrich.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's go. Yeah.
What's that about not splitting the pie?
I did suggest it, but you know.
Yeah, no. That would have been the sensible thing to do.
But the
Son of
two
a-
Dans are intent on splitting
Yeah.
the party. And what we've just
Can't
done is
stop
send
us.
the two wounded characters to go deal with the potential murderous husband. I love it.
Hey, I'm there.
Okay, so
The two wounded characters and the medic.
we'll deal with the temple first. Okay, so who's going to the temple?
That's Hagen and Carolyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to the temple, or where the temple is, and
You get to the temple or where the temple is. That's not
Yeah,
ominous
yeah.
at all.
so you
You get to the
notice that
temple or where the temple used to be.
the doors are closed.
I go up and try to open the doors.
They're locked.
Bang! I will knock on the door very loudly.
Okay.
Not in the mood for being subtle and taking time about
There's
this.
no answer, which is very unusual.
We don't have the time or the resources to deal with this. We'll go to the Temple of Sigmar.
Okay. So, yeah, it's not far away. So, you get to the Temple of Sigmar. The doors are open. Ah, brothers, says a priest as you come in. Please come in, rest your feet.
There's no time,
Sure.
unfortunately, my brother. We must speak with the high priest. The Temple of Ulrich is locked, and we cannot get to the Den, Father. And we have things that must be protected against the ruinous powers.
The High Father is currently at a city meeting with regards to the festival.
Well, who stands here in his stead?
Well, I suppose I do.
Is there no Witchfinder General associated with the temple?
We have Witchfinders, yes, absolutely. We have a number.
Who's your most senior Witchfinder, and is he or she here?
That would probably be Catherine von Darken.
Is the Lady von Darken here?
No, she's out hunting chaos.
She ain't doing a very good job.
Yeah, kind of tempting to make a remark along those lines, but...
Then I suppose we must go to the city council meeting.
Do we really want to take all this to the city council meeting when we're pretty sure that at least one member of the city council...
If it's taken from us, we may as well have not even done the journey that we have just accomplished.
Want to leave that here? I will look after it.
No, thank you. I appreciate the offer, brother, but this is a task we must discharge. If we cannot put it in the most senior holy's hands, then we will have to continue to carry the burden.
Okay.
I'm not trying to interrupt here, obviously, because Ilmarin's elsewhere. What would Hagen consider the White Wolf chapter house as safe?
That's where the next place he's going. Yeah, he's going to go to the knight's house. Yeah, there.
Okay, so you leave there to go to the knight's house, is going past the Temple of Ulrich again. As you get within eyesight of the Temple of Ulrich, you see someone leaving the temple, and he turns and locks the door, and then he sort of starts walking away. As you're still getting closer and closer.
Halt! And the white
he sort of spins around, and he's dressed in like leather armor. He pulls out two daggers from his sort of like bandolier that he's got a couple more daggers on. What do you want?
Stand and state your business. What are you doing locking the doors to the Temple of Ulrich?
Stand back. Yeah. You don't want to invoke the wrath of the Ebon Blade.
I have no time for this. I am on edge, and yeah. Carolyn, shield ready, is just going to... I mean, she's aiming for his legs. She's aiming to break his legs and then find out what he knows, but she's not planning on... her method of questioning is resorting to break bones, then ask questions, and if he's dead before, oh well.
Okay. Just get... As you get closer, you realise that he's a dwarf, but quite a tall dwarf.
Well, just have to swing a little bit lower before I break his legs.
Okay.
Dwarf using daggers, shave that guy's head.
Are you jumping in as well, Hagen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, once
Hagen
Hagen
wins
moves
initiative.
in,
Hagen wins initiative. I mean,
Okay.
well,
Hagen obviously
mine's
goes
24.
first
I may or may
because-
not beat the dwarf. I don't know.
Okay. Right.
Mine's a bit shit.
So you're
but,
charging.
No,
You
you
go
still
first,
beat me.
mate.
yeah, I beat
Maybe
you.
not the other one. Oh yeah,
When I beat this dwarf.
yeah, fair point.
Hagen's initiative is 46.
Yeah, you're going first.
So Hagen charges in with the hammer and swings it at him. I think I have it fixed now, so let's see. Yes. But I will use my reroll
Let
to
him roll
reroll that.
first.
I will use my reroll. Thank you to Onamichi.
You can let him roll first, remember?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, yep.
Because 21 damage would be quite nice.
I don't think that damage.
Why is that not letting me roll? Oh, bollocks. Okay, hold on a second. Right, it's going to come up with something else, but I have an idea. Oh, come here, Mr. Dwarf. No.
We find ourselves in combat with yet another demonette of bloody Slanesh.
That's better. Right, here we go. I hope you're ready to feel my wrath of great luck. And as normal, I completely pass it up.
So, 23 damage then.
Now it's that damage is wrong. It should only be 17 damage.
Okay.
So, is that
with the extra 2 from him?
Yeah, with the extra 2 from him.
Okay, you basically clump him straight in the chest. 17 damage. Okay. He staggers back, and that's obviously sort of hurt him quite a bit. Okay, that were in the body as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, he hit him smack in the chest, and yeah, he sort of gives a big breath out. Oh!
Actually, because that the Warhammer is damaging, I'll take the 6 on the roll as the success levels. So that would actually be 15, 21, 23 points of damage.
That's what it did that's what it did for you. That's why it gave you that 21.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So it was actually 23.
It was actually 23. You were correct.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, you hear snapping of bones and crunching, and he sort of exhales and sort of grabs his chest and just falls to his knees. You've knocked him about 15 foot backwards with this blow. Yeah, and he somehow managed to keep on his feet, but he just sort of stares at you, grasps his chest and just falls forward face down.
Walk up, kick his daggers out of his hands. Is he alive?
No, Hagen one shot took him down.
Okay. Let's search the body and then get into the temple and see what they've been doing.
Okay, he's got a pouch on him with 2 gold coins in and also a key.
Well, he just used it to lock the door, so let's go and use it to unlock the door.
Okay, you unlock the door. There's obviously all the construction work going on in there. Things are being put back into place now. There's the coffin that's covered with the black veil. There's a couple of there's the couple of doors that one of them leads into the priest's room, the priest's quarters, and another one led somewhere else.
So Hagen he'll walk towards the back rooms where the den father would wait. See if he can see anyone in here or any signs of any of his brothers.
Okay. As you get close to the door, there's some laughter coming from inside the priest's quarters. It seems like normal chatter and normal talk. And like I said,
I'll listen at the door and see if I can identify how many voices
There's two voices.
Okay. He boots the door. Well, he waits till Carolyn's next to him and then boots the door open.
Okay. You boot the door open and it's not locked, so it goes through quite easily, and it sort of slams against the wall and splinters, and it sort of even comes off one of the hinges as the door sort of hangs. And sat at the desk is the den father, and he's talking to another priest of Ulrich as well on the other side. And he just sort of, in shock, he sort of leaps out of his chair and grasps for an hammer, and he sort of looks and he sees it's you, and he readies himself and says, "What is going on, knight?"
Den Father, can you explain why members of the Ebon Blade have keys to the Temple of Ulrich and have locked the front door?
I locked the front door.
No, we just watched a member of the Ebon Blade lock the front door.
Really? When?
Just a moment ago. He's dead on the steps.
What is this?
That's what I want to know.
Then we need to investigate now. Where?
He holds out the key and he goes, "This is a key to your front door, and the enemies of Ulrich had it. So someone..."
It looks like a freshly made key.
"Someone has gotten a hold of your copy or another copy of the key, and we possibly have enemies within the temple."
Okay. I don't know what to say.
Does Hagen have any idea? I mean, after he says this to the guy, does he get any kind of sense that the Den Father is, has fallen, or, any kind of intuition?
Hey, make me a roll.
Not that my intuition's very good, but we'll give it a shot. No, 3 levels of success.
Okay. And there's something different about him. So as he's talking, in between talking, you notice that he almost seems a little bit vacant.
Den Father, I believe you've been enscrolled. And I turn and look at this other priest. Do I recognize him?
Yeah, you notice him from around the temple itself.
Is the Den Father wearing a suspicious-looking amulet?
He has his robes on and some sort of vestments as well. You can't really see his neck.
Den Father, we're going to ask you a very odd question, but are you wearing an amulet that has recently come into your possession?
What are you talking about, knight?
I'm asking you if you're wearing an amulet that's recently come into your possession.
I am not, no.
Can you care to show us that? I would not ask if this was not of grave importance.
You want me to undress in front of you?
I just want you to open the top of your vestments. These amulets have been created by...
What sort of deviant are you? I put my trust in you, knight.
And we have fulfilled our obligations, and yet members of the Ebon Blade are using the House of Ulrich as a meeting hall. So something here is amiss, and you are not yourself, sir.
And he readies his hammer and steps back as if you're going to attack him. And we'll cut to the other party now. Okay, you get to...
I don't know what's worse, the fact that, a great demon of Nurgle or whatever down in the basements of this city, or corruption at the highest level in the priesthood. I find that more genuinely worrying.
Well, it's more so that they're supposed to protect these people from chaos, right? So,
So you get to the gate, you notice the 2 guards on the front of the estate is the guys that travelled with you. Yeah, 2 of the 4 guards there. And they're sort of, "Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, you're okay, guys?"
Well, we've probably been sprinting. So, and even Ilmarin's a little bit short of breath. And he's like, well, we have reason to believe that the Lady Nacht is in danger. Is she at the estate?
Yeah, absolutely. And he opens the gate for you. Be my guest. What sort of danger?
Well, we have reason to believe, and this may sound strange, but her fiance is going to try and kill her. We must make all haste. We must make all haste. It may be nothing, but we should check on the Lady Knack to make sure.
Okay, so they follow you up and to past some really nice sculpted trees in the shapes of people and the animals.
Mara takes it in because he probably loves all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the garden is absolutely beautiful. And you got this sort of pebbled pathway all the way up to this big house. It's massive. And you led up to it. And he opens the door. You notice another one of the guards on the door. He sort of hails to you. How are you going? And sort of lets you in. And you met by like a servant then. Can I help you, gentlemen?
Ilmarin the whole way up has been trying to tidy himself up. I can't consider we've just been running around in sewers and stuff.
Are you with them, Johan? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm with them.
Yeah, okay.
We need to see the Lady Knack immediately.
Okay.
She may be in danger.
Probably in bed, but I'll go and fetch her.
Tell her Ilmarin is here to see her.
We'll go to her.
Oh, good point.
There, I must protest. She is in bed. Yeah, sure.
That's fine.
If we didn't believe she was in mortal danger, we wouldn't be insisting on such a thing. Now lead on.
Lead on, take us to her. We'll wait outside while we knock on the door to see her response.
I really must protest about this as he goes.
You can protest all you want.
I pull the pistol and go click, move.
You hear some voices come back from where you come from. What are you doing?
We need to see her now. She's in mortal danger.
Johan, she is in danger. We need to get to her quickly.
Okay, the guards sort of come to the bottom of the stairs and ready weapons. They're unsure of what they're seeing. Okay. You follow him up the stairs and he takes you around the landing and to quite an ornate door, and he sort of knocks on the door and there's no answer, and then he knocks on the door again. There's no answer. And then he knocks again. And then there's a voice. Yes.
Is it the Lady Knack?
Middle of the night. What is going on?
Is it the Lady Knack?
Yeah, it's Mom. There's some people to see you. They say that they're your friends, but they have a gun to me.
Johan, put the gun down.
I have already lowered the gun once we started moving.
Okay, she comes to the door and she's next to her is.
But I'll make sure it's pistoled when I start hearing the holstered when I start hearing the door opening.
Okay, yeah. The door opens and you recognise the Lady Knack there. And she sort of pulling some like robe over her, like to cover herself up from a night dress. And next to her, also in sort of night clothes, is a very tall man. He's probably about 6'8". His hair is in a net. He's literally his hair is up in a net. He is a wash of some form, but you can see white makeup that is sort of around the edges of his face that he's missed, like powder, and on his lips that he's obviously washed, but there still remains of like a lipstick or something on there. What can I do for you? This is horrendous. How dare you come into my house?
Is that Lady Knack saying that to us or him?
No, that's her husband. And she's took a step back.
My apologies, Baron, and I use all my noble etiquette, which I have a skill.
If you want to see me, you'll come back in the morning.
We don't wish to see you, Baron. We wish to see the Lady Knack immediately.
You will not be seeing my wife. And he steps back and he slams the door.
Ilmarin curtly knocks very gently, and uses his finest noble voice and his noble.
Open the door again. I've told you I shall resort to measures that I do not wish to do if you do not leave.
Oh, please let me kick him in the nads.
Baron,
entertaining as
I apologise. I apologise for our intrusion.
And he looks at you all up and down and sort of moves his nose away. You're all quite dirty and And
We came here at our quickest haste because we believe the Lady Nact is in trouble and in danger.
She's
and that
not
danger,
in trouble with me.
And that danger is you. Now, I apologize for being so forthright with this information, but it was information given to us freely. And while we are not entirely trustworthy of its source, we had to see that the Lady Nact was
You
safe.
are naught but a bad man, and he slams the door, and you hear a click behind it.
As in the door locked.
Yeah.
I just kind of nudge Mordek slightly with the elbow.
Yeah,
the guards that you know are all coming upstairs.
I'm trying. Ilmarin's desperately trying not to allow
way for this to go well.
Yeah,
Mordek,
Ilmarin, smooth it over with the guards. Yeah. Mordek, get the door.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to smash the door down.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, you're smashing the door down. You're smashing the door down
to a noble
on
house.
The word of a fucking chaos champion.
Yeah, good point.
The only evidence you have that there is anything amiss going on here is that a self-proclaimed servant of Nurgle...
Is there any way that you can convince him to get her out here so she can tell us
there was something we specifically had to say?
I must say, Abrautus has got the saying of the night. Yeah, straight from a spaghetti western, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Johan should remember the old saying, when you're going to shoot, shoot. Don't talk.
Weren't we supposed to say something specific when we got here?
Were we?
He did say something.
No, he said ask him, didn't he? Didn't he just say ask him about it?
This is a problem. My memory is terrible. Johann's is probably a lot better.
Yeah, my memory's pretty dreadful, and Ilmarin probably has photographic memory, being an elf. So Ilmarin curtly knocks on the door again. And is like, we don't want to take this.
We want her out here. I want to hear it from her.
And then from behind the door, there's a shout, guards, remove them from the house.
Ilmarin, smooth it with the guards.
Come on, it's time to go. We don't want to fight with you, yeah? We've gone through too much. Come on. It's time to go.
I will use cat tongue to convince them all. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. We believe they're in... So I'm just going to try and... Blather? Is that a skill I can use in this moment?
Can I intimidate him?
Was there a thing that we were supposed to say to him?
Yeah, Jim, was there a thing we were supposed to remember here?
And if there was, can we take intelligence to see if our characters have got better memories?
You remember quite easily. It was just to ask him.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said.
Ask him if he was a member of the Ebon Blade.
Just ask him about himself and things.
I'll knock on the door. Hey up, by God, excuse me, my lord. Do you be a member of the Ebon Blade or a Chaos Cultist?
One of the guards grabs you by the scruff of the back of your neck.
Oh, right. Well, I'm going to turn around and punch him in the face.
No. Don't punch the guard.
He touched me first.
Go
don't
for it.
Punch the guards. Don't punch the guard. Ilmarin intercedes as quickly as he humanly possibly can. With all of his elvenly.
As quickly as he elvenly can.
Yeah. It's, not humanly possible, elvenly possible.
Mate, make your punch roll, Mr. Mordek.
Well, I think, first of all, I'm going to let out a very low growl.
To be fair, Ilmarin does get initiative.
And try an intimidate roll first for him to let me go. And then if he doesn't, I'm going to punch him in the face. So let me try my intimidate first. What was that?
Somebody is playing music through the...
It was quite Warhammer-y, wasn't it, for a little bit?
That's an impressive failure. He's not intimidated by the stinky dwarf at all.
Yeah, he's
so now I'm going to punch
back by the neck.
I just made it worse.
Mordek,
fine.
What are you playing at? It's time to leave.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him.
No, these were people we travelled with. Ilmarin's going to attempt to use charm to convince them to let Mordek go.
Could you maybe use charm to convince Mordek to not...
You can't charm Mordek.
Look, he put his hand on me.
So, sorry, Jim, what was you going to ask us to do there?
Make me an agility check.
For Ilmarin?
Yes.
Okay, an agility check. I can do this. I believe...
I am going to have to go fairly soon. Sorry.
Oh,
no
yes.
worries. We'll call it in a minute.
March 6th.
I successfully make it.
Okay, you see Mordek pull his arm back, ready to sort of punch him. And he starts to swing, but you can sort of get in the way or sort of pull his arm back.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of hoist the guard away from the swing.
Okay.
Mordek, we travelled with these guards. They know and trust us. And then I'm going to...
They know better than to lay his hands on me. I'll smash his teeth in.
Yeah, okay, calm down, Mordek. And I will attempt to charm the guards and just explain the situation. Not mentioning that we got the information from. Oh no, never mind. They're probably very angry at us.
You've got a reroll, haven't you?
No, I used my reroll in the.
It's time to leave. We've got to do our job. Yeah, it's time to leave.
You did get given 2 if you've only used 1.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I can't convince them. We're leaving.
I bang on the door and say, "Are you a member of the Ebon Blade?"
At the very least, you didn't make things.
Say again, Roger.
I bang on the door and shout, "Are you a member of the Ebon Blade?"
There's no answer. Guards, get them out of here.
Hi guys. I haven't had anything from her.
Just promise me you'll check on the Lady Nact. We didn't travel all this way for her to die.
Yeah, of course we will. Yeah, we looked after all the journey.
My lady, are you okay? And I will shout that through the door.
There is no answer.
God, surely you realise that she's not answering here. She's in trouble.
No, she's not. She's with the Baron.
The
Then
Baron,
why
who
does
we
she
have
not
reason to believe.
respond? Ask yourself that. If we're wrong,
Because
why
the
isn't
Baron's
she
here.
responding?
He speaks for the lady.
Oh, screw this. Can I make a barrel roll into the door, please?
Of course you can. Make me a roll.
Just basically, I want to throw my entire weight.
Let go of your collar as you put all talking and trying to.
I want to throw my entire weight against the door to see if I can break it down.
Go for it.
What would it be?
Just make me a strength check.
How many fights can we
12.
get into with supposed allies in 10 minutes?
Yeah. I think I'm going to head back to Altdorf. I'm going to go home back.
I think I'm going to go back to them.
I think you should probably head back to Ulthwan after this.
Is the roll made any easier by the weight of my girth and armor?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an easy roll. Make an easy roll.
Impressive success.
5. So you basically leap forward and smash through the door, and we'll leave it there.
Of course we did. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed tonight's session. It was quite a rowdy one. Really appreciate the support. Please follow us on Garblag. Great community. What's going on tomorrow night, guys? I believe it's a super game, and in Ben doing masks. Oh no, that
was Friday. No, it's Monster of the Week.
Monster of the Week tomorrow. Yeah, so Ben will be doing Monster of the Week tomorrow. Is that 9 o'clock or anybody know?
Probably not.
I think it's 9 o'clock. It's
9 o'clock BST.
Delta Green in American time at 9.
Yeah, and on Friday we have
CST. I'm guessing
9 o'clock CST, 9 o'clock GMT.
And Friday we've got the game. I believe there's some form of teenage heroes going on there. But yeah, thank you very, very much for joining us tonight. We had quite a big viewer crowd, actually, 25, 26 all the way through. So thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy our travels and things. And thank you very much to my players. It's been brilliant tonight. So, yeah, just to everybody, see you later. Thank you.
Bye. And bye from Hagen. Oh, no, here he comes. He's back in time to wave.
Quick, wave Hagen. Wave Hagen.
Wave.
Hagen.
See the camera. See the camera.
Wave Hagen.
We want to
wave Hagen. Wave.
Thank you very much, guys. See you next week.